This episode of Lore Drop is sponsored by Chad and Rachel Wolf. Thanks for listening from Kansas City, Mom and Dad.
And it's really cool because Death Trap has this, let's say, parasocial relationship with his toys.
That's a really good way to put it.
Which is an affront to God and man.
To Lore Drop, a Reinvent podcast. I'm Abby, the Executive Director of Reinvent Productions.
I'm Ben, the Creative and Artistic Director.
And our third-party member today is our friend...
Hi, I'm Deacon. I'm the treasurer and also here as a friend.
That's crazy. He just did finger guns. We're off to a great start. Deacon is playing Bug in Talon Squad, Trust and Turmoil. He was one of the tabletop players for the development of this show, and he will be on stage portraying the character that he made. And we're going to be continuing our little series of having our friends do the lore drop, and Ben and I will get to chime in with stuff as we go along with the episode. But before we get into the dropping of lore... That sounded weird. We got to decide the most important.
Poop?
No, not poop. No poop here.
Lore never changes.
We got to decide the most important part of the episode, which is what animated trio we are. I've got Star Wars on the brain right now because I have a really dope drawing I'm working on in front of me. I might be sketching a little bit doing this. We're going to run the experiment to see if it helps me focus on the person more.
I mean, we could go Ben, Annie, and Ahsoka. I mean, Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Bug is definitely more Yoda.
Let's just pick Star Wars characters. I'm in a Star Wars mood. Okay, so Deacon, Bug, Yoda.
Or Ewok.
Oh my gosh. Wait, let's be small. Let's be small Star Wars things.
Little Star Wars creatures.
Okay. So do you want to be a Yoda or do you want to be an Ewok?
I'd like to think Deacon is more Yoda. Bug is definitely either Ewok or
a Porg.
Bug's definitely a Jawa.
Oh yeah. And you often do the Tusken Raider yell, but they are not a
small guys.
Small little guy. Okay, yeah, you're a Jawa. Okay.
Yeah, I'm so a Jawa.
What are you? You want to be a Porg?
Yeah, I like the Porgs.
I'll be an Ewok. I love Ewoks.
Yeah.
You're vicious little guys. They were so...
Wait, no, I'm not a Porg. I'm definitely a pit droid.
Yeah.
They got the big eye.
Wait. I changed my mind. I want to be a Loth cat. I love Loth cats. Oh, man. I love them.
You could be an astromech.
Yeah.
We had like a...
It's like me at school when I'm stressed and I'm just like going all over the place. My kids are like, oh, there he goes. One of my
Somebody
kids
bonks him on the head and
one of my students has told me like when we're in like high intensity like work mode that she was like I can identify your don't ask me a question right now face.
And that's good. And
I was like, I didn't know I had one of those, but thank you.
It's okay. Sometimes you don't ask the grown-ups questions.
Yep.
Just let the grown-ups fend for themselves for a second. You can survive for 5 more minutes without asking a grown-up for help.
Yeah, fair.
But anyway, all right, Deacon, tell us about Bug.
Bug or Bartholomew. Yes, ma'am.
I always forget that his full name is ridiculous.
So Bug or Bartholomew Euvachius Naston.
Bartholomew.
Yeah. He's the goblin tech expert for Talon Squad. Before Talon Squad was a abnormally large strike force and group within Cadence, it was more of a trio. And because of that, Bug was a lot more of a field operative agent. But at least at the moment, he is more of the Q character with the gadget guy and the person to solve the problems in the background while other people get to fighty kicky thingy. But going all the way back to before the beginning, Bartholomew grew up in Chicago, and definition of ADHD,
If you look it up in the dictionary, you're going to see a little goblin. That's Bug.
and it's so fun. Anyway, but he always walked the line between what was fun and what was safe, and somehow survived. Whenever he grew up, he would learn until he got bored, then he would get in trouble. And because of that, the biggest moves in his life were him getting in trouble. He got bored with school when he was 10, studied for a week, got his GED.
Dang.
Yep. Then he went to University of Chicago for holographic design, and clept out of half of his classes because those were available and done. He got bored again, joined the Midwest Mafia Goblin Gang.
I totally.
Yeah.
There's so many. If you've been listening to the podcast from episode 1, we're starting to connect the strings with things.
Yeah. And he was a mouthpiece for arms and drug deals and wasn't caught. His big achievement during that time was he wasn't caught while also finishing up his bachelor's. Yeah. Well, whenever he finished his bachelor's, he was like, well, done with that challenge. He got bored again, and he turned himself in. And because of his time as the charismatic drug dealer, he planned out the deal that he made with the law where he'd go into witness protection. And he moved elsewhere in the country. And he planned out that deal with the law. He'd go into witness protection, and he moved to Kansas. Yep.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
I mean, yay.
Nice little safe house. Okay. Safe apartment. And he was told to lay low, and he got a different name that was absolutely lame, so he completely forgot about it. And he was there for a few months because he was told to be, and then he got bored again. So the way that Bug works is every chapter starts with he got bored again.
Yeah.
He got bored again, and he hacked into a nearby boot camp for some pseudo-military thing that looked cool. He joined Caden's boot camp and fabricated paperwork and everything. And he was there for a couple weeks before something happened. Turns out the commissary logs, where, you track food and make sure that everybody gets what they need to, that's something that can be flagged.
Oh.
Whoops. And yeah, he ended up getting caught. So Cadence decided to keep him as the lesser of two evils. And utilization of a volatile instrument.
What are the special abilities that Bug has?
He has heightened senses. One of the things about keeping your head low is you start picking up on things that mean you need to leave. He also has something called technological empathy. So, technological empathy, because computers make sense, because electronics make sense and have a path and have a purpose, he can tell that purpose from the other side of the room. If somebody's misusing a device, he knows, and it gives him pain. He does not like it. There is a point, slight spoilers, in Talon Squad where he enters IT and people are misusing their equipment and he is actively correcting them, and then he breaks down just a little bit when
he sees
stupid stuff happens.
Certain someone's computer.
Yeah.
His password.
Yeah, you can treat your equipment a lot better. You can keep it updated, make sure that everything's happy. Anyway, and that actually the technological empathy is what leads to something a little later on down the line. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. And he also can climb walls. Very Spider-Man, very he finds a corner and watches because people don't check the ceiling or the walls for threats. One of those things about hide and seek. Exactly. But yeah, those are his main characteristics things. He is a goblin, so all of that physicality and stuff. As far as allies go, he has Talon Squad. That only counts as one, I swear. They're my family, much more than any previously, because I only exist in so much as this. Yeah, nobody knows about my family. Bug also has various mafia connections through Midwest involvement for things like trading in tips, that kind of thing. An ally of his at one point was Jimmy, Jimmy Bones, the main janitor for my lab and a positive influence until we stopped talking in 2016, about a year before the show starts. Though it was just because he got busy, and out of sight, out of mind is a real thing. Bug just, yeah. And unless you are within his field of vision.
Object permanence is a thing with people.
Oh, yeah. And Cassie.
I love Cassie! We love Cassie here.
Sure.
I have her down as a one-sided frenemy. She
doesn't know that they're enemies.
Oh, and she's not technically an enemy. I do not wish ill will, but she frustrates the living crap out of Bug.
No, absolutely.
Partially because of the technological empathy and the fact that she doesn't know how anything works. And she's the front desk nighttime receptionist.
I love it that she's the nighttime receptionist.
Yeah.
We can't put her up there during the day, but might as well.
I mean, she's also a college girl satyr from Cali. Now, she infuriates me in the way a younger sister would. And not apparently on purpose. I upgraded her computer out of spite. So, as far as adversaries go, I have the Midwest Mafia.
What?
This is what happens when you desert into witness protection. You know, you have your few contacts and stuff, but as a whole, they don't like you. I also do not agree with law enforcement of most kinds. And criminals that I have not come to an agreement with. And that freaking fly.
Oh, man, that's fly.
So Bug is easily distractible, and there's always that one fly that is in the room that bothers me to no end. And most of the time, it's not even like directly in my face, but it is just around.
Yep.
Cassie was like everybody's favorite NPC to play with, and it is a shame that she didn't make it into the stage show. But there's a reference to her though.
Yeah, she gets a shout out ish.
There's an Easter egg for her in there.
And then finally, overstimulation. Overstimulation, I do not specifically opt into like listening to really loud music as a way of just like zoning into whatever is perfectly fine. Getting into a flow state is perfectly fine.
That's so real. I had that moment today where I was just like, I'm really dragging and I am like super sleepy right in the middle of the day. I was like, I need to stretch. I have not done that, and like stretching is a coin flip for me. It will either wake me up or it will put me straight to sleep. And so I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I normally like to stretch to like pretty chill music. I turned on punk rock, and I was like, and I'm going to do my stretches to this. And it was like this is the overstimulation I'm opting into. And then later on, when my kids were being psychopaths, and I was like, this is not what I opted into.
Yeah.
It's the end of the school year. The kids are more feral than normal.
Personally, as far as overstimulation goes, if I didn't particularly plan it, Deacon, not Bug. I mean, yes, but if I did not particularly plan it, then I start shutting down.
Oh yeah,
like I drop down into clanker robot mode at times, and it's like I'm just here to do my thing. I'm here to be the responsible adult. Gross. If I need to. And then I'm leaving.
All right. Let's talk about the Chicago arc. What we got going on in Chicago?
Okay, so I have a little bit of a timeline that I stole the template from JD. Thank you so much, man.
You stole the template from...
Yeah, JD stole it from me.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
No, I see it as flattery. It's good.
Yeah.
It's a good template.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice template.
Monica.
She'll never hear this.
Monica hates putting like hard times on things, and so it's just very funny to me.
Fair. I thought we were making a joke about her making the best templates and us stealing
that
from
too.
Yeah, that too.
It's a double joke, double entendre.
But again, she'll never hear this.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Bug was born in 1994 and is a hood rat of humble beginnings. Because of that, he chooses not to remember most of it. Opportunities, they didn't come easy. So they were jumped on at a moment's notice. Part of that led a little bit more into the getting bored and just hopping into new opportunities the moment they showed up. And when no opportunities were given, he made them. He stole from the rich to pay for specific classes and foot in the door opportunities. like GED testing. Apparently, that's not free.
Yep.
Scholarships for the less fortunate and funding from higher ups in low places enabled him to speedrun college with no traceable debt.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Not traceable debt. That's
great.
crazy.
Well, I mean, fast fun stuff like has a paper trail. But yeah, that's kind of just who he was as a kid and as a young adult. And like I said previously, he graduated pretty early and got out of there as quickly as possible by staying in the city. He probably could have thought of something a little better, but that leads to him in college. So while a student at University of Chicago, Bug had too much time on his hands. Okay. He processed what he needed to in a time that was a lot shorter than other people would have.
Yep.
So he had too much time on his hands. He read the syllabus, which shows that he's not your regular college kid.
Yep.
Oh, that's crazy.
Think about it.
It's true.
Think about it. And he knew the material by the time any lecture came out. So he was people watching. Anytime there wasn't annoying fluorescent lighting or other distractions in the room. He sting operated his way into a networking opportunity with the Midwest Mafia, seeing those college kids pass drugs and stuff, and it's like, I can do better. But
That's crazy.
so he worked his way up. That didn't take too long. And became a dealer in drugs and weapons due to his unassuming presence and quick thinking. Now, his thinking, which is extremely flawed, but we love it, is that drugs dealing and weapon dealing and stuff and that specifically is as victimless a crime in dealing as you can have. He did not agree with any amount of trafficking, of any amount of like agency removal, but if people are going to get access to drugs or weapons, then they were going to get access to drugs or weapons.
She's like,
You'll find it eventually.
Just like, I'll cut the
Interesting.
middleman out.
Exactly.
Or I'll be the middleman.
Yeah, and that lasted long enough to, again, secure a nest egg of untraceable cash and graduate college. He gave a calling card to the people he liked working with and dropped off the map of the Goblin Gang otherwise.
Nice.
He shared information about the people he didn't like with the law for witness protection, and he was transported to a different locale.
Man.
Yeah.
I feel like Andrew Blood would love Bug.
I mean,
In that vein of like, ooh, you're a funny little guy.
That'd be a fun thing if maybe like he tried Industriousity for like a little bit. And Andrew was one of the people that like picked him up off the street, and he's like, "You're too funny for this.
You
Go."
amuse me. Go somewhere else. I want to watch it from afar.
The next arc is the cadet arc.
so like I said in the description, witness protection, got bored. So this particular arc, Bug was recruited by Steve Raxvell, who is a high-ranking member of Cadence. When Bug got bored, hacked into enrollment at a boot camp, and got caught. Steve kept him from going into a locked cell without a key and just lets, through more proper paperwork, lets him continue working with Cadence. So Bug rises through boot camp in strategy and tactics, stuff he was used to, mastering a more evasive aspect of combat training, because, again, if you're not in the line of bullets or weaponry, then you don't get hurt. So it's something he was a lot more used to. But he had to actually fight as like a field agent in training, FAIT. Anyway, that's where he meets Titus.
Titus.
Yeah, we love that guy. In fact, they first meet in combat training.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Were they paired up?
Yes.
Did Bug have a stick?
No.
Oh no, then he died.
Yes. But then Bug got a stick
There we go.
and almost beat Titus.
Nice.
The first time.
Key? Almost.
Yeah.
That's still pretty good.
True. But through sparring throughout that academy, I'd say the sparring got to where about 1 in 4.
Oh, okay.
1 in 4, Bug got the upper hand,
Nice.
which isn't bad for the first and second
Yeah.
on that list. It wasn't completely undisputed, but there was just enough disputement.
Yeah.
Disputing? whatever.
It's a healthy margin for like people placing bets to be like, there's a decent chance that Bug can win.
And whether or not Bug had any time in the area before Titus shows up.
I know. How many traps can I set?
Exactly. Titus matches Bug's style after they clash for the first time, and then the second time, and like each time Titus masters that goofy little guy fight style. And by goofy little guy, I mean like low tricks, all the stuff, pocket sand, whatever is needed. But they become partners. Yay. And like, study partners, work buddies, that kind of thing. And Bug's first true friend.
Friendship.
And they become the top 2 in the program's metrics.
Nice.
Yay. Now we enter the Bug Zapper arc.
Oh.
After Titus disappeared for a time. Who knows what that's about?
As he does.
Yeah. Bug had to start networking through other cadets, meeting Jimmy and doing a favor for him. Titus and Bug graduate the program, and they have to go on separate specialist missions because they're both good enough to qualify straight out of Cadet Academy.
Yeah.
Yay, let's go field operatives. Woo! Well, they have their specialist missions. Titus does something. I don't know. And Bug was specifically tasked to thwart a villain called Death Trap.
Oh, man.
So Death Trap...
Neville.
What was his name? Melvin?
Or Melvin.
Yeah,
I was like,
nope.
sorry. Neville is a different... Neville's majestic.
Neville's majestic.
Melvin, not
Majestic.
I think
the opposite of majestic.
Yeah.
Canonically greasy.
Yep. You gotta give him a hand, though.
Oh, or 2.
That's crazy.
That's a different story.
That's a foreshadowing.
Ooh. Anyway, but yeah, so Death Trap is a villain with cyberkinetic powers, meaning he can move in most ways naturally, robots and other things that run on electricity. And because of that, he foils. he foils Bug in the sense that Bug can understand and can communicate with the systems, whereas Death Trap moves it. And it's really cool because Death Trap has this, let's say, parasocial relationship with his toys.
That's a really good way to put it.
Which is an affront to God and man. And Goblin. So Bug's technological empathy is challenged.
Because Death Trap has too much empathy for his creatures.
Empathy's not the right word. Obsession is in Bug's opinion, it is not. There isn't solid communication between them.
It's not healthy.
It's all one-sided.
I'm like crying.
That's good.
And so Bug has to fix it. And this is where we enter an interesting thought process because Bug is a goblin who loves explosions. Yes. Well, a large explosion lies between success and an untimely end. So Bug is able to blow up the warehouse, the death house, and
Door.
death door?
Death
bot. Anyway,
I can't recreate. You gotta find recording.
Yeah,
We gotta.
It's not lost. It's easy to find.
We need to put in some of this. We've talked about this multiple times at this point of Noah Aguilar's improv of Death Trap.
But you see out there's just this clearing behind the building where you see Death Trap.
Death mites. Death drones. Death smoke. Murder kill.
I type in the group message to go to different heads up displays and stuff. Found him. Click. Is the beeping getting louder
Can
as
I-
I get closer to him?
For a visual question, is Death Trap? Are you wearing the same outfit you were wearing?
Same exact outfit.
Same exact outfit.
Full regalia. I like my hair is done. I'm just talking, and then I'm. Death doors.
Great, cool. I just wanted the visual. Thank you. Didn't know if you were in your PJs or something.
Okay.
And Deathtrap, you do know that you were the one sending the signal to this device, and so you know that Bug is nearby now.
Yes. Whenever you send that off, I immediately kind of. Right. I know you're there!
Melvin. Bartholomew. What are you doing?
Creativity takes work. It takes practice. It takes time, investment. You wouldn't understand.
You with your little, oh, I'll just build something. No. This is my girlfriend, dude. Like we can tell.
I'm invested. I was born in the darkness, shaped by it. You
Lies.
Impeccable.
Impeccable
So
made the
good.
character so much more than what
Yeah.
he was before. But yeah, no. If we have any clips, we should insert it right here.
Yeah, Bug's empathy, at least according to my thought process of it, is computers have a purpose. They have a goal. When they reach that goal, or when they are decommissioned, then their time is done. And that is okay. It is a circle of tech, and it moves us all. And because of that, as long as the explosion is clean, as long as it doesn't corrupt computer processes, then it's part of
The life cycle.
Yes.
Explosions are part of the life cycle.
Fire is part of the life cycle. Now, if you can restore a computer, you should. If the computer is past restoration, you should put it out of its misery.
By setting it on fire.
You can. That is one way to stop the process and help it be recycled.
That's incredible.
I mean, the logic is there.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't argue with it. It's
Thank
pretty-
you.
it's
I
pretty
thought
sound.
about this. But yeah, and because of that, it allows for things like, I don't know, like Richard. Like
Yeah.
he has a purpose as a superhero, which makes him so much more.
Yeah.
And whenever he gets hurt, he can be fixed and made so much better.
Yeah.
And like same with any other computer. You do the thing. They have feelings too, as long as it's pertaining to their purpose. Yeah,
Okay.
and if data is not flowing the way that it should, or if there is some sort of tension, then it stops things from working to its full potential. Anyway, so enough about cybernetic morality. Time for the Talon Squad arc. Cue Final Fantasy victory theme. Bug survives. Thing is done. And after their collective successes are added to their respective resumes, Titus and Bug are recruited into the original Talon Squad.
Nice.
The Trifecta, a small tactical force led by Steve Raxveld. Bug is hyper-focused on his specialization and lets some formalities slide as their successes raises the team's standards and the viewpoint of the company. And he finds out that he doesn't have to be... He doesn't have to be the adult. He doesn't have to be super... professional all the time because Titus is stressing enough for the two of them. Yay! So he gets to be Bug. And I believe about this point is when he picks up and sticks primarily to the moniker Bug, as opposed to just the field operative title. And he, like, nobody past this point really understands that Bug is not his actual name.
Everybody's like, this makes sense. Might as well be his name.
And all the official paperwork from this point forward just says Bug. Now, Bonnie, Ms. Black, might call me something else.
Yeah.
But that might as well just be an inside joke between the two of them for half the people at Cadence. But anyway, he starts building his web of information through the agency via contacts and bugs. Yeah, I mean, you gotta know things.
Of course.
Yeah, I have a fairly sophisticated setup. So, fall of Cadence 2016.
Somebody blew it up. Was it Bug?
It wasn't me this time.
I think a lot of people thought it was Bug.
Oh, a
Their
lot of
first
people
thought.
did.
Yeah.
Indeed.
He was like, it wasn't me, I swear.
Dude, after I lost my lab,
Yeah.
Yes.
there was no way that I was that I was doing anything to that scale within a mile of Cadence.
Yeah.
Partially because of the paperwork, but also because I start losing privileges, and I don't like it when people look over my shoulder for very obvious reasons. But in Talon Squad's recovery of the personnel that were lost during the fall of Cadence, and in hiding, Bug was able to use his contacts and unique methods to find those true to the company and protect those who needed it, sharing, when necessary, the locations of those who went into hiding. And he did so through many of his contacts from before Cadence.
Ah, yes.
Which is why it says sharing when necessary, because there are some things that Bug shouldn't know. Yeah. And that takes us to Talon Squad. Trust and Turmoil.
Yeah.
2017. So Talon Squad is tasked with investigating potential traitors in the agency after Steve's death. And then, redacted, come see the show.
Yes.
And Bug's assistance was absolutely amazing, and he deserves all the praise, and
Yes, absolutely.
or something like that.
Did you decide with tabletop stuff what Bug did after the events of the thing that they dealt with?
So he sticks around for a little bit until things are cleaned up, back to the rigmarole, back to when things start getting boring.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, when does he get bored?
Well, without Titus there to bounce all the ideas off of, immediately, you know.
Yeah.
He's still in contact. He retires.
Oh.
Puts in his 2 weeks, and a week later disappears off the face of the earth.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
And you know someone's like, he still had a week left.
Oh
Chris
no.
So what was it like getting to develop a character that, like, is now getting to go to stage, but, like, starting it at a tabletop game?
So it's interesting because there are a lot of choices that I make in a tabletop setting that would definitely not be my first option on stage. I hate to say it, but I am that type of D&D player who I've been playing for longer than I've done theater. So 22 years.
Nice.
And after a specific point, I went from, let me try an idea that makes sense and is a character and all of that, to, let me try power gaming and doing something really, really fun and niche, to, let me try the floating dolphin with telekinesis, to, I'm just gonna play something. I'm gonna have fun. It's going to be a little weird, and we're all here for it.
Yeah.
And so that's what I went into this idea with Bug. I'm like, I haven't played a goblin or a golem-like character in so long, and I think it would be really fun with this dynamic to have somebody who works really well by themselves and is just a point and shoot loose cannon for other people, who can be snarky and nerdy and do all these fun things with actual real world knowledge as opposed to just pulling stuff out of my face for more fantasy setting stuff. And so that was the idea that I had for Bug to start with. I was like, no, he wants it. And that didn't quite work, partially because I would have to say that I'd have to use that voice for the entire, well, first off, the entire play session.
And then I was like this, which wasn't much better.
But it still was very draining, and I couldn't walk away from a tabletop session with my voice. I definitely vocal rested for the next day every single time. Either that or sounded like a chain smoker, which is not normally my vibe.
Yeah.
If you know, you know. But yeah.
So in the end, it ended up being a lot more of this, where you do have a little bit of distortion, but anyway.
But aside from the voice, which is its own absolute beast, so fun, such a journey. I also made decisions that I literally cannot do on stage, like wall walking, like chilling in the corner and placing cameras everywhere and pulling stuff, like watching it through my Nintendo DS.
That was.
What
I
are we
think it was a
trying to
DSi.
call it?
I loved that.
Which I was so tempted to just buy one for the show, but
man.
I've got my DSi still. It's got a Jack Atlas sticker on it from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds.
Let's go.
Oh, okay, actually, hold on. That might be great. We can put that in Bug's bag.
Yeah, put it in the bug out bag. Oh, he calls it the bug out bag.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, it was really interesting having the absolute freedom, and in this case, especially with this character, the abandon to be like, I'll let future people worry about how to put this on stage.
Yep.
Because I pieced together a ceiling mounted sniper rifle.
Oh, yeah.
For the
was
finale
crazy.
of
Yeah.
that, and held my ground just in case. Insert name here. Exited the
it
final
was so
showdown, and that was it was so nice. It was so satisfying, and I wish I could explain more, but guess you'll have to see the show.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, that was great. That was my favorite thing too, because I remember in the character building for everyone, pretty much everyone was like, "Yeah, so I think I've got an idea that can work on stage." I'm like, "I'm gonna stop you right there, champ. Don't think about that right now. Tabletop first. We are playing a game. Don't hold yourself back."
And I'm so glad that happened, because there are many things that are happening on the stage that are like, so how are we going to do this? And on the technical side, what is it, the 2.5D theater aspect of it's like, okay, so I guess we're doing this. Cool.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We've
love
been
it.
figuring things out. The light up floor is gonna help a lot.
So excited.
Yeah, as of recording this, we finally got the 2.6 fight put together, and I will say I was kind of just going through my resume of fight direction I've done. That fight by far is the most difficult thing I've coordinated for a stage show. The second most difficult one was coordinating 30 children for a production of Narnia for their final battle. And then I think my third one is the final confrontation in Dracula that I did out in Santa Fe. If you come see the show, you will know what we're talking about, because you'll be like, oh yes, there are several fights happening all at once, and some of them are in slow motion, and some of them are in like in normal speed, and they're all happening at once. And there's music, and there's got to be lights and really cool stuff, and it's all the things. But it's been fun as a director to kind of try and figure out how much we can do. And the more that we've grown, and like it's been great having this awesome production staff who are like making things happen. And like we're gonna start building the floor tomorrow, and it's cool. It's such a great team on the cast and crew side of just learning how much we can do with the stories that we're telling.
Yeah.
I think it's so. This isn't one, and we talked about this with Emily too, where there's a certain. Emily was much more. We pointed out how Celeste has solidified and falls into this archetype of Children of Destiny characters, which are the in-universe term for like player characters in tabletop campaigns. So all of Talon Squad are in that category as well. Of like Celeste, Aurora, and Severica are in this category of like character who is
Female.
Female character who is more powerful than everyone else in the party.
And is also non-human. I
that
recognized that today. I was like, oh yeah.
I think there's a reverse one of that, which is where now this is specifically with Bug, and this is genuinely one of my favorite things as a DM, GM, whatever system it is, of having a player who like I know is going to be like, okay, cool. This is going to be someone that I intentionally have to try and outsmart ahead of time.
Oh,
and then knowing that I will inevitably fail, but then having the backup plans of like, all right, and now big punchy thing instead.
Oh, no.
Can you outsmart the strong person? Because let me tell you what, very few plans stand up to Super Commando. But I had like, so between that, like, because that was in both Cataclysm and Dynamite, our player John, who did Severica, was very much that player who was just like, oh, he knew the game so well. And the fun thing about this one was we were playing in a game that was new to everyone. But I think and this is having someone who is so like familiar with tabletop games in like enables everyone else to really think outside of the box, especially in a new system. And so I want to give a special shout out to Deacon for that, of just like, ooh, wait a minute, this is so free form that it's so easy to be outside of the box. And then everyone was like, whoa, we can do that. And I was like, whoa, you can do that?
Well, the great thing about the Sentinels RPG is it's a double-edged sword. If you have never played an RPG, it is a great first one. If you have played D&D for any span of time, it is so difficult to wrap your head around because it is so much simpler than D&D, and it is much more open world. And a lot of times with D&D, it is pass or fail. With Sentinels, there are different levels of failure and success. Like it's never, and it was really cool for storytelling. But then you have to like think of like, okay, well, like, if I have a success but have a minor twist with that, what would that mean? And sometimes that would mean that somebody's arms got taken off by robots. But I think because of how much experience you have with tabletop games, that you were able to kind of get past the learning curve and really dive into, oh, what can I do with this character sheet in front of me?
So I grew up on D&D 3.5. I played AD&D and a ton of other systems, like at least a campaign of some capacity or other. So that there was a lot of like freedom and stuff, but also a lot of very, very hyper-focused rules. And then I played D&D 5e, and I'm like, this is so simple.
Yep.
This is ridiculous. What is life? I'm going to stop messing with the mechanics and just be a silly little guy. And I think that was the ultimate like decision that changed me from going, I'm going to power scale the crud out of this, to these numbers won't go high, like no matter what. So I'm not going to worry about it. So by bashing my head against D&D 5e, no offense, it made me go, You know what? I'll just think outside the box and let the DM worry about it. Thank you, storyteller, for
Well, and that's my introduction to D&D was so very bizarre. Shout out to my high school friends if any of you know where this is or that this podcast exists. But when they introduced me to D&D, it was in 5e, except me, and it was just one. They were like, okay, here's your character sheet, roll these dice, this is what this means. All right, let's hop in. Didn't explain the rules or anything. It was one of those like, all right, roll that die now. Okay, now that's what this means. And I was like, okay, I think I'm keeping up a little bit. But the thing is, what we would do with our game nights was that pretty much like half of the friends in this friend group had a campaign running. And so any given game night, it was really a coin flip whose campaign we'd be playing. And we had separate characters for everyone's campaigns.
So
the other
chaotic.
thing is, this was like, we had one friend, this was Hayden. Hayden ran his campaign in 4E. But also decided to add on, and with all of these friends added on homebrew rules. There are so many homebrew rules that I didn't know what was homebrew and what was like source material. And so Hayden added in to 4E like the Fallout system of like targeting specific limbs when you're attacking. And I was like, this is
called
really
shots,
crazy.
yes.
Yeah.
We love that.
One of the other ones, I don't remember who it was, but she had us roll a D100 instead of a D20. For like any time D20 was called for, she was like, no, D100 instead. And it was the full like 100 sided, like the golf ball looking thing. And that was really funny. There was someone else who decided to just invert the rules of the D20 so that lower numbers were actually better. And so that was
Playing with golf now?
totally not confusing
Two hit
whatsoever.
AC0, anyone?
Yeah. And so that was a fun challenge whenever I did start DMing on my own, that I was like, oh, I have no idea what the actual rules are. Deacon, this might make you hurt a little bit inside. Do you want to know the first time someone tried using healing magic at my table? Do you want to know what happened? Because I didn't know how healing magic worked. I said, okay, roll a die to see if it happens this turn or not. And I was like, I think that's an interesting mechanic for like a character who is new at using healing magic. But that was one that I was just like, after I learned the rules, and I was like, that was goofy.
Let me make sure my connection with my god, my hi-fi, is
Yeah.
connected. Wait.
Hang on. Oh, they're busy
There
right
you go.
now. We gotta wait. I'm on hold.
Ring, ring. It takes 6 seconds to
Yeah,
call.
you
You
know.
know, does it ring?
The American health system. Oh man, what if somebody's deity is like super obsessed with capitalism?
Oh my
so
gosh.
they are having to.
You gotta pay gold to use your magic.
Oh no! Oh man, that's terrible. New villain arc for somebody.
I like this.
Deacon's plotting.
So like the merchant god.
Yeah.
Yeah, run with that. Go for it.
That's cool.
Like, give me a second. Let me jot this.
Where are my
down.
notes?
Yeah, you can steal that. That makes me depressed to think about. So you can just take it.
I mean, fair.
I think it's very funny. Bug in my brain also completes a completely different like trio of similar enough characters that exist in Reinvent now, of ridiculously smart with technology, also definitely crazy, and has a lot of criminal history, and also weird little guys, because there's Bug. There is, working for Gemstone Industries, a Kenku named Nevermore,
Yes.
who creates like crazy weaponry and is like a court spot engineer too. And so is the one who like makes the weapons for the weird weapons for the court spots. So like Kenku's Nevermore's go-to weapon is just a giant like shoulder laser bazooka. I have a drawing of this somewhere. It's one of my favorite drawings I've ever made. And then there's also Arim, who works for the Bandits and is a Mad Bomber Alchemist is the class he uses. But just like is the character who accidentally made the 5th wormhole on Earth. And so I'm like, if these 3 ever were put in the same room together, the world is ending.
It would implode. I think Universe 17 would probably get wiped off. That's how you get rid of universes. Is you put those 3 together.
The first one was an accident.
Yeah.
The second one was on purpose.
Now we know how to do it.
Oh man, Deacon and John would be good friends.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to think I'm good for. I could be friends with people. but-
Yeah,
No, yeah.
Well, you and John come up with very similar weird
Yeah,
characters.
we gotta get John
that-
to come visit now.
Yes, that's the next person we gotta bring down to the desert.
Mm-hmm.
So John, Get your butt down here, man.
Yeah, John.
John! Bogart! Before we wrap up today's episode, Deacon, do you want to shout out anything or anyone?
Yeah. Huge shout out to our to Hollingsworth Hall Cultural Center, of course, because they help us to do all our crazy crap. Huge shout out to JD, because he does so much on the social media side and the ways that like we make it out to y'all, and of course, to Ben because of this, and to Abby for being freaking dope. Let's see. Yeah, come see the show. It is so fun. There is so much fighting, and I get a stick.
Yes, he does get a stick.
Yeah.
It was just a good time. Talon Squad Trust and Turmoil opens on May 20th and runs through the 24th. There is also the opportunity to have a double feature day on our closing performance on the 24th. Youth Artist Guild Lubbock, I got to direct them in devising their own one act that was based off of the material that Talon Squad Trust and Turmoil was made from. So they've got a really great one act that we are taking to Theater Network Texas this summer. But we're going to have the closing day performance is a 2-for-1 ticket. You get to see their one act at the very beginning, and then we'll have like a quick intermission in between, and then we'll have the show. So especially if you want to see some really great theater, this is a great bargain to be able to see 2 casts. And I'll be performing on that Sunday because one of the kiddos is out. So come see me act with my teenagers.
Because she's a child.
I will be playing a child. We'll see how well I blend in. There's a lot of great stuff going on in Lubbock Theater, and we're really hoping that you'll come out and join us. And we've got the link to tickets in our episode description. Our next episode of Lore Drop is going to be with Andrew Aguilar. We're going to be talking about his character, Kyle Breaker, the most wonderful cinnamon roll in all of Reinvent thus far. Can you think of a more cinnamon roll character than Kyle Breaker?
I'm sure I could, but I would need time.
Slightly less being Richard, who also was played by Andrew.
But he's like metal. He's a metal roll. Like, be kind of tangy.
Tinny is crazy.
Tinny. That's what
Tinny.
I meant.
That's really funny.
Tinnamin roll.
Cinnamon roll. It's crazy. That's crazy. Anyway, okay. Anyway, I'm not going to give Ben a chance
Not
to think.
sorry.
I think that Kyle Breaker is the bestest cinnamon roll in all of Reinvent thus far. So this will be our last lore drop with our 5 Talon Squad members, and then we'll move on to some other things involving Talon Squad. So be on the lookout for all the new episodes so you can be in the know about all things Reinvent.
And remember,
Being fantastic starts with being a fan.
Reinvent Productions is proudly sponsored by 5 Points Corporation Lubbock and Savannah Rashida Photography, as well as our other wonderful community patrons. Our home base in Lubbock is Hollingsworth Hall Cultural Center at 4228 Boston Avenue. For more information on how to support our 501c3 organization, you can check out our website at www.reinvent-productions.com. To directly support our upcoming audio drama, you can become a Lore Drop sponsor. For just $10, you can sponsor an episode of this podcast. All donations will go towards support for our upcoming production of Children of Destiny Cataclysm Season 1, which will begin releasing episodes June 22nd, 2026. Funds will go towards paying our wonderful voice actors and creative staff for their fantastic talent and time. We have over 30 artists globally working on this production, and we can't wait for you to hear it this summer. You can donate at givebutter.com/Lore Drop sponsor. You can also find us on Instagram and TikTok at reinvent.productions, as well as on Facebook and Twitch, where we stream gaming and a look behind the scenes on how we create our new works. Be sure to follow us to stay in the loop about upcoming productions, auditions, and more. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll catch you in the next episode of Lore Drop.